marking the end of summer, we start the transition into fall, which means going back to school, a new season of TV premieres, and the run-up to the presidential election, and news stories and other kinds of stories to talk about. Joining us for our New Day Hot Topics panel today is our good friend Susie Hoover from Season 2 of The Biggest Loser. Welcome back.
Hello.
Love to see you. Northwest Cable News anchor and Cairo FM radio host Stephen Kilbreath.
Hello.
One good man, kind of like the Marines, a few good men, and our New Day audience coordinator Susie Wiley. Good morning to everybody. So, Susie, since you've been here last, we've introduced the spinning wheel.
I know, I'm a little nervous about the wheel.
Don't worry, unless it flies off the base, we don't have a problem. So we have a few no-wheel topics.
Right.
First day of school, tell us what's going on in your family.
Yes, okay, so I just had my oldest go to kindergarten, so I can't talk about it too much. There's no
Bless
tissues
your
close
heart.
by. But no, really exciting. He did so good. He was like, bye, Mom. I'm like, are you sure not one last hug? And he's like, go, Mom.
Go.
So he released me. I left and shed tears along with my husband, but it'll be good. We're excited.
It'll be good.
Yeah. I'm telling myself right now.
Convincingly.
I'm like, it's so gonna be good,
Well,
right?
even if you think you're not the sort who will cry, I cried all the way home. It was like a mile walk, and I cried. And I thought I'd be tough. But the problem was the kid just took off, walked the whole way into school with the teacher, and never once looked back. And I thought, you know, he'd miss me too. Not so much. You have a 2- and a 6-year-old, so do you have somebody newly in kindergarten?
Right. Well, my 6-year-old was in kindergarten last year, so I was there for the first day of that, and we had a little bit of a tearing moment there. But today's the first day of first grade, and so I told him, I said, you know, Daddy's not going to be there today. I didn't want to set the precedent that I was going to be there every year, you know.
Oh, yeah. Why do that? Sure.
So, but I was there for kindergarten, so that counts for something, right?
Yeah. And that's the difference between men and women. So you went through this 3 times with your kids?
Yes, and mine was my last one was an old kindergartner, so I was so happy to say, go, go. But I today had my last first day ever. So my senior, my last kid was a senior, and so she was the same way, can I go, and I'm snapping the pictures. And so
She
you
looked
still do
beautiful
that.
this morning,
Thank you.
by the way,
Yeah.
too. She's
But
just gorgeous.
Last first day.
So both Susans on the opposite end of
Opposite
this.
end?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We're
Yes.
sort of looking back, missing those days, and yeah, but not that much. So the fall TV season, anybody looking forward to anything in particular?
I can't talk about the reality TV problems that I have.
Yes, I know. I'm with you. Nothing?
Well, I like the show Revenge, and I've waited all summer, and I'm excited for that one to come back to see what happens. Yeah.
I'm waiting for Treme to come back on. What about you?
I just love
On HBO.
Survivor.
Well,
I'm a
it's okay.
Survivor.
That's okay.
And there's some, like, they're bringing back some people and some Facts of Life girl, I think.
What about The Biggest Loser? Are you excited for
That's
The
not
Biggest
till January. But they just announced that Jillian Michaels is coming back in January.
She frightens me.
She does. In a good way, though. I mean, you want to do what she says.
I would do exactly what she
I drop
said.
down and do 20,
Yeah.
right when they're
Even if
watching.
even if she's just on TV.
When she's there, ratings are up, so it's smart of them to do that.
It
So
is.
Whenever
It
she
is.
leaves,
I feel like we just heard a secret.
So, well,
That we,
well, it was
Did we
announced
break
on
something?
the Today Show.
Why can't you
okay.
say that?
Sorry. I mean, breaking news.
Breaking news.
I
yeah.
am bringing you breaking news on New Day. Forget about the wheel. It's all about
we lost a wonderful guy, Michael Clark Duncan, over the weekend, just 54 years old, just a great actor, also hilariously funny. Had a heart attack a couple of months ago and just never really recovered. You know, at 54, that's my age. I was just pretty freaked out about that. Not for me, just the loss of him in the Green Mile. What a wonderful actor.
I'll never forget that picture of him walking down with the guards that were so much shorter, and his presence was amazing.
Well, his story is great too, from where he came from. He wasn't, you know, born into acting and kind of just made a career out of him for himself. It was great. Great story.
And he was in the best movie ever made, Talladega Nights.
Right,
So
yeah, that's true. That's a good
that
point.
gives
His
him,
voice, you can never forget his voice.
I know.
I mean, it just booms, like, is booming in my head right now.
and that laugh and smile.
Yeah.
So prayers for him. Okay, Susie, you get to spin the wheel. Spin it. Spin it,
Okay.
baby. Give it a big spin.
No whammies, no whammies.
Okay, so we're landing on Wowza. Okay, Wowza is, this is Susie's story to tell.
Oh,
bed socks.
Bed socks. Okay, so 2 Boston moms. I think this is brilliant because I have a son who's in college and doesn't do laundry. So 2 Boston moms came up with these sheets. They're disposable, biodegradable sheets. And the idea is when you're done, you just put them in the landfill and they
How long do they
do well.
last? I mean,
Well,
how-
they could last months and months. So
What causes them to biodegrade?
it's whatever they're made out of Tencel, and they're supposedly soft and very comfortable. They're $25, I think, a set. So if you did change your sheets regularly, it would be a problem. But I just texted my son, who's a senior in college, and I asked him how many times he does change his sheets a semester, and it's one time. Maybe two, he said, but I know he was lying about the two, and it's really just one, if that. I mean,
Did
I
he
don't
wash
even
them
know.
and put them back, or just change to another
No, you
set?
don't wash them. You just change to another set, and then they're disposable. So I think in some ways this is quite brilliant. Just get a few sets. Yeah, I have.
Okay, but what about you just go to the Goodwill and get old sheets, and can't you just throw those away? Won't those
That's
biodegrade?
effort made.
You could. You
Well,
could.
and not everything biodegrades.
You kind of have to walk this walk before you truly understand.
Yeah, I'm still in kindergarten mode.
Yeah.
Sorry.
when does this generation learn to do things, though, for themselves?
No, they do, but it's just that their standards are fairly low. I remember asking my son last year, well, did you keep borrowing the RA's vacuum cleaner? And he said, no, just the once. And I said, why? And he said, oh, we didn't really need it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure 3 guys in a tiny room eating chips, nonstop did not need a vacuum cleaner. Okay, to the wheel.
It all blends in perfect.
It does. It does. Okay, now we're in America. Oh, I'm going to love this. I love this. Honey Boo Boo. Her ratings were bigger than the Republican National Convention.
I love it.
Honey Boo Boo Child.
Honey Boo,
Boo Boo
yeah.
Child.
What?
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear, my baby daddy. That's what I can never get that right. In case you haven't seen this, this is the youngster from Toddlers and Tiara, who's a breakout star, has her own show. Family in Georgia, they're just a wheelbarrow full of crazy. I don't know. I mean, they're very nice people. It's kind of controversial because Mom likes to give Honey Boo Boo. Can't remember what her
Go-Go
real name
juice?
is. Alana. Yeah,
Mountain
Go-Go
Dew,
juice,
right?
which is Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
That's nice,
Because why wouldn't you want to give that to a 6-year-old? Can we hear any of this? Do we have sound? Yeah, let's listen.
See, quit math. It'll make it like 80 cents a drawer, so we're gonna get 2 of them.
I like going too far with my mom because I like to push the buggy around.
Personally, I don't like.
All I can tell you is that the dad likes to be called Sugar Bear. What do you think about that, Stephen?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about this show. It's
can call
stuff like
Steven
this, just
Sugar Bear.
glamorizing these things. It's kind of annoying to me. But, you know, that's probably why they put Clint Eastwood out there, was to try to compete against this. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. Jerry Brewer, the sports writer, was here. He's from the South also. I think maybe from Georgia. And he said, this is stereotyping Southerners. It's very destructive, and I am watching it. It's really great.
It is fun.
It is a little riveting. Okay, we're going back. Wow, look at that. The wheel just went back. Say what? All right, this is about, okay, you guys can speak to this because we have sons. Labeling plus size for young girls' clothing. That's starting to happen. So there are plus sizes for kids. What do we think?
I have a really hard time with this because I was always a chubby little girl. I mean, always, forever. I mean, I was chubby. I say I came out of the womb chubby, but 7 pounds is not. But I can't imagine being a little girl having to know my size was a plus size. Why can't you just get a bigger size? Or why label it? I don't know. I just have a
agree.
hard time.
And I have a 17-year-old who's a tall, beautiful girl with curves, and she still constantly second guesses her size. And we have been in a dressing room, and I say, hey, why don't we go one size more? And she's absolutely against that. She really does look at that number, and I just think we add to that with labeling younger kids
Yeah.
and the plus size. It's even harder.
It's happened to
hate
boys
this
for a
idea.
lot of years too, because pants were sold
True.
in husky
Husky,
sizes.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
doing that for friends' kids and then cutting off the labels before giving the clothes because you don't want that to be on there. And it could just be, my favorite phrase is relaxed fit. I'm very into relaxed fit. Why does it
I
have to be
love that.
plus? Just,
Right.
there's another thing we could call it,
I
not
live in
label a girl
relaxed
that
fit.
way. Yes.
So
and that
plus
sounds like
size
a
skinny jeans.
lifestyle.
I'm ready
Plus
for it.
size skinny jeans.
Right, I'm ready for it.
You want plus size skinny
Yeah,
jeans. All right,
good.
All right.
as long as you.
Oh, we overshot the green again. Starstruck Ryan Lochte, who has a hard time staying in his clothes. The new Bachelor or reality star. He's apparently going to be on TV
wants to do
doing
it all.
something. So what do we think about this?
I'll watch
Here he
it.
is.
Whatever he's on, whatever he's in. I didn't know him before I saw a picture of him in his swimsuit on
Right.
the magazine, and I was like, what do you do? Oh, you swim. Let's watch whatever you're on.
I think he's taking advantage. He's taking advantage of the small window of star power he has, and I've heard them say they don't make much money, and they're not in the limelight too long. So he's really going for it.
You have
Right.
to strike. Yeah, I mean, now's the time. For
And
sure.
if you look like that, why the heck not? So The Bachelor is one thing he might do.
I
And
hope
what
he
is
doesn't do that.
I hope not either, because that's
Yeah.
what women want him to do, because they want to be on the show with him.
Right.
Actually, I can't wait because he can't put a sentence together, and I think it will be hilarious TV. It'll be better than Honey Boo Boo.
Dancing with the Stars is his other option, and that would involve, I hope, just dancing in a swimsuit.
In a Speedo.
A Speedo. That would be a first. Tell
has
me you
to wear
wouldn't
clothes.
watch that.
I would totally watch.
Thank you guys so much.
Sure.
It's been lots of fun. When we come back, we begin our month of makeovers, and we meet a woman who says that working from home led her to let herself go. We'll see what stylist Darcy Camden does to help this online teacher feel vibrant and very attractive again. Please stay tuned. Thank you guys so much.